Let's review Olay Super Serum. Hey guys, it's Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist in the Seattle area. I've been getting a lot of comments on my channels on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram to review Olay's new Super Serum, which is supposedly a great multitasking product for those who just want to have a bunch of ingredients combined in one. I'm all about efficient skincare, so if you can combine things in a nice, gentle way and also be efficacious, I'm all for it. So I tried this serum out for the last couple months, so thank you for your patience because I did see your comments and I went out and I bought this and I've been using it at bedtime or during the day, changing it up to see how my skin would do even in the colder weather here in Seattle. So let's jump into it. So I spent about $35 for this serum. It has various ingredients in it. So you have your niacinamide, which Olay loves to have in their ingredients. We've talked about Olay's Retinol 24 quite a bit on the channel, and many of you have been excited about the retinol and you've tried it out and have heard great feedback both online and in clinic and with my patients who have tried their retinol. So they've kept up with the niacinamide game in the serum. They also kept up the peptide game. We like their peptide complex to help increase collagen production. In addition to the peptides, we have vitamin C, and if you look at the ingredient list, it's an ethylated vitamin C, so not ascorbic acid, vitamin E, and finally an AHA, an alpha hydroxy acid, and specifically it's lactic acid in this. So what the product tries to promise is that it provides hydration and glow. You have panthenol, you have hyaluronic acid in this product as well. So you got the hydration factors from hyaluronic acid, which is a carbohydrate that will soak up water and help plump up your skin. So that alone, I love to apply after a cleanse. So if you're gonna start your day off, you can apply this, and right after you cleanse, apply the serum, soak up that water, help plump up your skin and hide those fine lines and wrinkles, especially around the eyes, the forehead. That's a great strategy. Panthenol is great for moisturizing and hydrating the skin. It's quite the overachiever ingredient, I always say. The other name for it is provitamin B5. And why do we have the AHA? That's for improving skin texture. It's to help polish the skin surface, so it helps with the texture of your skin. But I always say be careful when using that. Always wear sunscreen if you're using an exfoliant, a leave-on exfoliant especially. I do like these acids because I use them in chemical peels at higher concentrations, but if you're using it at home, be very careful. And if you're using a stronger exfoliant that's a leave-on, try to only use it 3 times a week max, and don't apply it the same day as your retinol. This is quite gentle. I don't feel any stinging when I apply this on, so I'm guessing it's probably a low percentage of lactic acid, but just still be careful, especially if you have sensitive skin or rosacea, which when you have rosacea, you have ultra sensitive skin. And then finally, let's talk about vitamin C. Classically see vitamin C as ascorbic acid, which is a great active form, but it's also very unstable when it's the ascorbic acid form. This has the ethylated vitamin C derivative, which you can say is more stable. I want to see more studies into seeing how it brightens the skin versus ascorbic acid, but because it's more stable, theoretically it might go deeper into the skin and help increase collagen production as well. So it might help with fine lines and wrinkles. So you get the brightening effects in the epidermis with vitamin C. Vitamin C classically will bind to copper and inhibit tyrosinase, which is the enzyme that creates pigment. So by decreasing pigment production, we can hopefully decrease the dark spots in our skin and have more of a brightening effect when the light reflects off of our skin. So let's apply this. My first impression when I got it out of the dropper bottle is that the smell. Man, the smell hits you. It has a strong fragrance, and if you don't like fragrance, just full stop. You can just move on and don't have to try this product out. But it's a really cool color. It's nice pink color. Reminds me of like Glow Recipes products there. It just smells like hand soap, all right? So it just has this floral ginger scent. And I'm gonna apply a small amount onto my forehead. What I appreciate though with the texture is that it instantly absorbs into my skin. I don't feel any stinging. The alpha hydroxy acid, the big question is how much of a burn will I have? And I just did a chemical peel a week ago. My skin barrier does feel better. I'm not feeling any stinging or irritation after my chemical peel. My skin was not back to normal. I would not apply an exfoliant over my skin like this. You got vitamin E, which is another antioxidant that works really well with vitamin C. And I like that once it's absorbed into my skin, it's not sticky. So I get this nice plumping effect. Doesn't feel sticky or heavy on my face. And when I apply my sunscreen over this, it does not pill or cause any caking of my product. So say if I want to put the Neutrogena Collagen Bank over this, the SPF 30, always wear your sunscreen during the day, especially when you're on an exfoliant. So let's layer that over it. There you go. No caking, pilling at all. So it layers really well with your skincare ingredients there, especially your sunscreen. That's always the big question. How will it do with sunscreen? And there you go. Collagen Bank layers well. Boom. Olay has conducted an 8-week clinical study on this with diverse skin tones, which is important. Also various ages. Results showed that participants noticed noticeable results. 100% of them did. 90% reported increased hydration. 88% observed instantly smoother skin. You know, whenever it's like an internal study, you always have to take it with a grain of salt. So I'd say that this is a good product. Will I use it often? I think the scent, the fragrance, and I love fragrance. I'm totally fine with it. I have not gotten used to this floral, strong ginger smell. Yeah, skincare should be about a sensorial experience. You should like the fragrance. This to me seems like they need to tone it down. They need to make it fragrance free for me to use this all the time, especially if you're combining a bunch of ingredients together. You have 5 great ingredients, and I love niacinamide, but niacinamide itself can cause irritation if it's in high percentages, like those 10% niacinamide serums. So I don't like niacinamide serums, but in small amounts mixed into a serum, yes. But I think they should remove the fragrance. I would have given this a much better rating if they took out the fragrance. They tried to put too many good things together. So I think the intent is good to make it efficient, to have efficient skincare. And if you are a teenager or in your early 20s, do not use any serum. Do not use this serum. This is intended for mid-20s and up. If my patient came in, should I use this for just generalized improvement in texture, hydration, brightening the skin, and you don't have big issues with hyperpigmentation, then I would say, yeah, go ahead and apply this during the day or at night. If you are using a retinoid and you're doing well with it, you could maybe incorporate this in the morning, and your retinoid is always at bedtime. If you were to ask me what would I choose, retinoid or the super serum, I'm gonna go with science and say the retinoids are gonna win in terms of my skincare goals, increasing collagen production, reducing those fine lines and wrinkles, reducing hyperpigmentation. I'm gonna go with the retinoid instead. So for this one, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10 for a rating. You know, give it a few shakas there, but not blowing me away. I think I could have maybe gone up on the scale if the fragrance wasn't in there. So please drop some comments down below if you've tried this, if you like this product. I'm not saying it's a bad product. I think the intent is great, but did not blow me away. But I can see why it is so popular, because you have all these great things in it, and it's only for $35, and a little goes a long way. Please hit the like button. Please share with your friends who are in the skincare, and thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell notification, because we'll be having long form videos every Saturday. I'm keeping that up. I went to Dubai last week, gave 4 talks on wound care, post-procedural wound healing, and on social media. Sugai Academy is fully launched, so if you have healthcare professionals out there who want to get into the social media game, I think we need more healthcare professionals there to fight the misinformation out there. Please enroll in the Sugai Academy. And you know what? I'm actually gonna compare this to Olay's Retinol. We'll do a comparison video, all right? Take care and peace.